is finally over, guys. For months, the internet computer community has been buzzing with anticipation like rumors, whispers, and wild speculation. But on June 3rd, 2025, in Zurich at the World Computer Summit, the future arrived, and it's called Caffeine AI. Today, I'll take you inside the launch of Caffeine AI, the tool that's making the self-writing internet a reality, and bring you the biggest highlights from World Computer Summit 2025. If you are excited about the future of Web3, AI, and building apps without code, this is a video you can't miss. On World Computer Day, the Internet Computer celebrated its 4th anniversary, not with fireworks, but with a quiet revolution. Caffeine AI was introduced not as a flashy demo, but as a working product. Here is what happened.
So let's kind of step up the complexity a little bit, and let's create a personal blog using the styling of Medium. Is that legal? Okay. I said it anyway. A blog post has a title, a rich text body, and tags. I'm going to add in a publish date. So let's look at this blog. Let's open it in a separate window. Get it right. Okay. This is my first post on my blog, created using Caffeine. Blah, blah, blah. This is really cool, etc. Really, really cool. Okay. You can just make the first word bold or something. And then tags. Okay, so ICP, obviously. SWI, self-writing internet. Caffeine. What's that? All right. Save this post. There we go. My first post.
First output was a simple smiley face web page. Then a blog styled like Medium. Next, a tennis lesson booking app. And finally, a birthday party registration page for ICP's 4th anniversary. All created in under 23 minutes. No IDE, no copy pasting, no traditional coding. Just a conversation with an AI assistant that builds and deploys apps directly to the blockchain, live in real time. Caffeine AI is powered by Motoko 2.0, which is the world's first AI native programming language and runs natively on the Internet Computer Protocol. It lets anyone build working apps using plain English, no dev experience or no infrastructure worries. Just describe what you want and watch it appear. Dominic Williams, the founder of DFINITY, opened the demo with a quote from Steve Jobs.
Caffeine was partly inspired by this great quote from Steve Jobs. And the quote goes, "What's important is that you have faith in people, that they're basically good and smart, and if you give them tools, they'll do wonderful things with them."
That's the heart of Caffeine's mission. While there are 35,000 web engineers and 15 million full-stack developers worldwide, Caffeine is for everyone else, the dreamers who can describe a product but not build it. Now they can. This isn't just an assistant, it's a platform. Personal blogs, business sites, dashboards, anything you can imagine, built and run on-chain, with built-in safety and security, which is backed by the resilience of the Internet Computer Network. Aaron B. Bird from ICP United called Caffeine extremely and sincerely optimistic. His team involved in projects like the SWAP and ICP Hub US had long felt held back by a lack of Web3 engineers. Caffeine AI feels good, he said. It works fast, 700 lines of code in a few minutes. He also pointed to built-in safety features and on-chain backups as major advantages, especially compared to other AI code assistants that risk enabling vibe coding, building fast without proper security modeling. Weber believes that once users understand how to prompt with intent, which means bringing a vision for features, style, and function, Caffeine can output highly capable applications. It's a conversation, he wrote, and you will have to bring a vision for what needs to be in the app. He sees internet identity playing a key role in future logins, but also hopes Caffeine expands to offer more login options to make adoption easier for builders and their audiences. The idea that Caffeine can act as both builder and deployer is what's setting it apart. Harley Kimball, the co-founder of Bug Bounty Village, shared a cautionary tale of an app he built using other tools, aggregating security researcher profiles from HackerOne and GitHub. Despite rapid development, it was hacked twice due to misconfigured database views and lax authentication features. It was an example of how even skilled users can run into trouble when rushing without guardrails. Dom responded directly to this post by saying that Caffeine fixes problems like this, vibe coding not necessary, self-writing, apps are tamper-proof. That claim of a system that prevents users from making common mistakes resonated widely. The other user, Matt Laird, asked about the platform's impact on cycles, the compute fuel that powers apps on ICP, and whether the system would burn enough to make tokenomics deflationary. Dom responded to this comment by saying if Caffeine creates millions of apps on ICP, there will be a lot of cycles being burned. Another user, Gissy Crypto, who appreciated the demonstration but wondered why nothing had been said about pricing or the business model. In response, Dom revealed a key feature that hadn't yet been highlighted. Caffeine will have its own app store. This marketplace will allow users to publish their creations for others to use, free or paid, opening up monetization options for developers and creators without needing separate infrastructure. It also offers clarity on how Caffeine may sustain itself in the future by letting usage drive value. Others asked about domain features and potential tokens. Trading Violet shared their enthusiasm about Caffeine's capabilities but also posed two practical questions. First one was whether Caffeine would eventually have its own token, and second, how it would handle compute cost, especially if users would need to hold ICP to power their apps. Dom responded that while the full model is still being finalized, Caffeine will operate on a freemium structure. Published apps will require cycles, ICP's compute fuel, but this complexity will be kept behind the scenes for mainstream users, delivering accessibility without forcing token management onto everyone. On the user feedback side, AmpSpeed01 suggested integrating domain configuration into the UI. Dom replied that it's already built. The tool's simplicity is striking. You just chat with Caffeine. It writes the code, deploys it, and you refresh to see it working. No database setup, no separation between logic and storage. On the internet computer, logic lives in the data, allowing updates and migrations to happen in sync. When you modify your app, the AI understands and shifts the structure without breaking the chain. And there is more coming. Dom confirmed during the stream that an app store is in the works, where creators can share, sell, or clone each other's applications. It's the sort of ecosystem play that Web2 nailed with mobile, and Web3 has been chasing for years. Users will also be able to configure custom domains or opt for quick something. Caffeine AI names out of the box. Of course, early access is still invite only. Caffeine is in alpha, but even now, applications range from basic proof of concept builds to full-scale platforms. Dom's presentation showed that this is not theoretical, it's real. The apps created weren't static prototypes, they ran on the network, using internet identity for authentication and built entirely through natural language. Let's take you inside what happened at World Computer Summit 2025 in Zurich, where this vision wasn't just unveiled, it was demonstrated, debated, and delivered by a global lineup of builders, founders, and futurists. main stage, Dominic Williams, the founder and chief scientist at the DFINITY Foundation, introduced the concept of self-writing internet during his keynote. The Internet Computer 2.0 will materialize the self-writing internet paradigm, he said, explaining that the goal is to let anyone, regardless of technical experience, create the digital tools they need with natural language. This goes well beyond the low-code and no-code platforms of the past. It's software development reduced to pure intent. Williams stressed that this shift will likely result in a surge in developer numbers on ICP. But that doesn't mean we'll see more traditional programmers. It means anyone with an idea becomes a developer. The barriers to entry are collapsing. The summit itself was a dynamic affair, brimming with announcements, demos, and ideas. OneSec Bridge presented its decentralized bridge solution that improves liquidity across DeFi platforms. DataPond AI demonstrated its on-chain data vaults for storing and monetizing data through AI integrations. KongSwap gave a glimpse into bridgeless swaps natively between ICP and Solana, bypassing common friction points in cross-chain transactions. Meanwhile, Trade On-Chain showcased their attempt to redesign global trade by putting real-world logistics and commerce data on ICP. And Autonom introduced a new social fine model where users pay per use, flipping the freemium model on its head and offering more transparency in digital interaction. Grow AI too made a splash with Agoracle, their SaaS platform for smart agriculture. With weather-sensitive crops, soil variability, and volatile markets, the ability to layer predictive data analytics on top of on-chain infrastructure opens up an entirely new terrain for farmers and researchers alike. Back on the ecosystem stage, developers were treated to hands-on sessions. ICP Ninja gave a live demo of its AI-assisted IDE built entirely in the browser and tailored for Web3 development. The tool aims to simplify coding by offering template libraries, auto-generated snippets, and AI recommendations. It's pitched as frictionless, and from all accounts it delivered. Odyssey, which has been pushing for frictionless multi-chain interactions, took the opportunity to demonstrate its latest release, including the launch of Odyssey Earn. It's a feature designed to let users generate passive income starting with stablecoins and expanding it to NFTs. A surprise standout was Orbit. It's a treasury management tool developed to meet DFINITY's own internal needs. Built on MPC technology, it presents itself as a sturdier and more secure alternative to both multi-sig wallets and DAO-based governance structures. Described by Samuel Burry as something forged in the crucible of real-world problems, Orbit is attracting attention for its focus on operational robustness over hype. PiggyCell's appearance sparked plenty of interest too. The Korean DeepIn project was introduced alongside GoldDAO, Turgo Global, and Stakes.io. Their mission show how decentralized physical infrastructure networks can directly tie blockchain value to infrastructure that communities build, manage, and benefit from. It was a practical reminder that this isn't just abstract code, it's real value affecting real places. Later sessions turned their attention to finance, the digital assets and beyond, panel with Maxim Balashevich, Saina Mayer, and Pierre Samathis explored how AI and new regulatory models might reshape trust and transparency in digital finance. In a separate session, investors like Mindo and Olaf Hanneman offered an outlook on what 2025 could look like for venture capital, forecasting that AI might become the key filter for investment due diligence. KongSwap X capped off their summit presence with a demo of native swaps between Solana and ICP, a technical feat previously assumed to require bridges. By removing this dependency, they are betting on fewer failure points, faster transactions, and a far simpler UX. GoldDAO made sure to leave an impression too. Their booth, staffed and live, presented the case for tokenizing real-world assets, specifically gold. Governance is handled by the DAO and the assets are backed and verified. It's an approach that merges the old financial world with the architecture of Web3 in a way that feels like a natural extension rather than a forced fusion. As the World Computer Summit drew to a close, one project kept echoing through the venue, that is Caffeine. Its launch didn't just impress, it reframed what it means to be a builder on the internet computer. You don't need to write code, you don't need to understand Git, you don't even need to know how servers work. If you can articulate what you want, Caffeine can turn it into a live on-chain application. The fact that something this powerful is live now, not in beta, not in closed testing, but open for anyone to try is probably the strongest statement the internet computer ecosystem could have made. Zurich hosted the gathering, but the ideas and technologies on display will soon ripple far beyond it. With PiggyCell preparing for its token generation event and more builders jumping aboard, it's clear that the internet computer isn't waiting around for permission. The self-writing internet is here, and with it, a different kind of internet builder, one who just thinks and speaks. And that's a wrap on what's been a huge moment for the internet computer and for builders everywhere. From Caffeine AI to PiggyCell, from Solana swaps to smart farms, it's clear that the Web3 landscape is changing and fast. If you found value in today's episode and want to support more content like this, you can donate to Ledger Life. Our wallet details are in the description below. You will also find links to all the projects mentioned in this video in the description. So go check them out, explore, and maybe even build something yourself with just a few words. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Keep building, keep questioning, and remember, the internet is writing itself. You just have to ask.